Hello, I'm Lindmimi Strobel, and welcome to episode 15 of Enigmatica 2 on the FGOG server in a new building. Three buildings which are connected into one with a sloped roof on either side, which I thought was quite nice and gives a nice airy feel to the whole place, which is nice. And this is where we're gonna start our new project. And I decided to go with princesses and drones. In other words, forestry bees. Luckily, this pack has gendustry that's gonna make things a lot easier, and I will show you how that works. I have picked three bees that I want to get. The Withering Princess, the Dreaming Princess, and the Draconic Princess. I mean, there's so much you can do. You've got bees, right? And these are magic bees. We have those as well. Binnies has a load of bees that do mostly ores, right? Like sugar and honey and sepia gives you. I don't even give anything, I think. A brown tinted comb, which can be used to get brown tinted. So many of them don't do anything at all. Or maybe this one gives you mushrooms. Yeah. So, but yeah, I got ores. I've got everything I need ore-wise, etc. So then we have, well, forestry itself. Um, forestry. At forestry. This is not at forestry. This is forestry. So we have color beans, for example, and some of these beans are just mostly for in between. They don't give you any particular drop, I think, or no, doesn't even give anything. How's that? We have RW Tima's Careeries, for which I was looking for a spotlight, but it's hard to find. But I know that there are some fun things you can do, like with police bees that kill mobs for you and things that you can have bees chop down the trees for you. It's pretty fun. It's really fun, but it's not very useful for us. And then we have the magic bees. Now, again, loads of ones that probably don't do much. Two no drops. Or does give me drops. Let's see. It gives forgotten combs. Or amnesic wax, which I don't know, doesn't have a use. Pulsating propolis, pulsating mesh. Okay, so these are useful. The draconic bee gives us draconic dust, which gives us draconic chunks, which we can use to make a dragon egg. That's kind of fun. However, it needs the essence of false life that requires soulful wax, for which the dreaming princess the most of soul comes to give soulful wax. Withering princess, maybe you already guessed. Wither skeleton bone chip. There you go. For wither skeleton skull fragments, for wither skeleton skulls. Now, I did, I did went back into Nether. I did went back. I did go back into Nether, and that was a bust. I've got one with a skeleton at all, completely, which is in a mob imprisonment tool back at home. So I thought, let's see if I'm gonna do bees. Let's make it useful, and let's go for withering. Now there is actually a forestry chapter that begins here, and this is the bee line. Um, but it's quite limited. I was hoping for more. So, but we're definitely gonna go centrifuge, which I haven't added yet. Centrifuge, let's add it as well. So this is the at least some of the machines that we're gonna make. Then we have gendustry that uses mutagen, but we'll get there, right? So I've been around the world collecting a bunch of bees, and I really have a lot of princesses, which is good because normally once you start breeding them, you no longer get princesses. You get, well, one per one. So drones you get multiples, but that's it. Now, many of these machines require bronze, so I've made a couple of bronze. And first thing I'm going to make is a few sturdy casings, because these, the carburetor, the squeezer, and the centrifuge are going to need that. And We're gonna need some of that. Oh yeah, I made cardboard boxes. The way you make them is with 4 sawdust, which in this case I made probably this one. No, sawdust. Let's see which one. Ah, no. So other name for it, pulpwood. Pulpwood. This one. Sag mill, bit of log in there, and got me a cardboard box. If you right click it on a machine, your machine is now packed. You can break the machine. You can take it anywhere you want, and you can put it back. And take the cardboard box. And the machine is back where it was, in the same state it was. Which is really nice. And also, while it's in the cardboard box, it's actually not doing anything. So it's not ticking, which is pretty cool. So I'm not using this, and it was ticking quite a bit. So now it's not ticking. Now these are quite simple. There. Might make a few more of that. In practical case, we can't make yet. A couple. We can make the centrifuge. That's easy enough. So I think lag is increasing again. One of the reasons I haven't recorded for a bit, apart from my stuff, is the kind of struggling. Where are you? Too late. Okay. We've had a bit of lag at this. Uh, Again, we're at 14. It's overworld. Not sure why overall is 9. That does everything else is higher. Overworld is 14, 20, 20, 20, 20. 9. Sure how that works, but yeah, I can see the lag. Anyway, we'll see how far we come. For now, I need some. Yes, thank you. X. And I need a ton of seeds downstairs. This has been collecting seeds. Fine. Great. Now put an energy cell here, and I think that's a good place for now. Want to move it later? We will. Okay, that works. Carpenter is used for crafting. It's like a crafting bench. You put the recipe in here, you put the materials for the recipe in here, and often it requires a liquid like water or something else. This is a squeezer. Squeezer is gonna make seed oil. Very little bit seed oil, 10 millibuckets per. Now, if you want to look at the next thing we need, which is impregnated casing, that requires the carpenter, as I just shown, with a recipe, as I just shown, and a liquid being seed oil. So that is 250 millibuckets. That's 25 seeds for one impregnated casing. But of course, I can't take it out unless I have fluid conduits or something like that. I haven't made those yet, have I? So I made some vibrant alloy, as you've seen before. Now, I just want to briefly show you this option here. And I mentioned it last time quickly, so maybe I wasn't clear. But furnace mode means if I throw in nether quartz, interesting, it doesn't burn nether quartz. Okay, it used to. But if I want alloys, now I can throw in nether quartz, and it's gonna make quartz glass. Fused quartz, that's it. Which is like a glass. So, get a bit of this. These, and we have fluid conduits. Now we can pump. Here you're going to be insert, and you're going to extract without a signal. Now getting seed oil. Yay! Got myself a bunch of logs, and this is the pattern, and it now knows how to make that. Now it has enough seed for one. It's what we need for an apiary, so we may as well just do that. And have an apiary, sorry, impregnated casing really soon. There you go. So these are the first things to make in the forestry. Is an apiary, which you make in a carpenter, for which you need oil from a squeezer. Now, you can get other seeds that give you a lot more, and if I was really gonna continue this way, I would make probably walnut or one of other Binny's nuts. I think the Brazil nut gives you 20, each nut gives you 100. Butternut gives you 180, and I think that's the highest. So that's 18 regular seeds, but yeah, you need to get a tree for that. I'm just not doing that. So, also, we did a few quests here, which is kind of nice. Let's claim them all. All of these in no time at all. And now we have beast. Out of the loot crates, the only really interesting thing I got was the magical boomerang. Um, is there a mob here? Try this on. Oh, well, you can throw it at a mob and hopefully it will kill it and then it'll come back. It can be upgraded, you can enchant it and improve it. So how do you start with bees? Well, you have to find these in the world, and as you can see, they're not quite rare. Especially in this world, they're quite common. Now, if you try to break them, bees get angry. Yes, they would. And I wouldn't blame them. If I, see somebody banging at my door like that, I would get angry. However, you can pacify them with some smoke, and they're really gentle, and they don't care anymore. Like, we don't care. The smoker is quite simple. Some tin, leather, flint, steel, and a bone. Now the scoop, normally you start with a wooden scoop, so it's wool and sticks. I made the mana one, which requires a mana steel, but the great thing is it repairs with the use of mana in my inventory, in my band. So right click once with the smoker and steal everything that's in the hive, which in this case is a princess, a drone, which is usually the case. From the last one I got a valiant drone and a meadow, so that wasn't a pure one. And I got a comb. Now the combs are, normally you get honeycombs, right? Case you get all kinds of combs that can be centrifuged into honey and other stuff. This got meadows and another honeycomb. And well, I've just been basically been doing this a lot also in the nether, and I haven't actually done it in the end, and I will. Oh yeah, as you can see, I've been endstone theme everywhere with the forest fruits and the lilies, and I've also been preparing for my astral sorcery project. So if you want to know how that's gonna work out, then please keep the channel. Once you have some bees, you're gonna place an apiary down and you're gonna put in 2 bees. Currently saying, hey, I don't have a queen. Well, what happens if we put in a meadows princess and a meadows drone? They're gonna do the happy thing, and we're gonna have a queen. And we're gonna have a queen. Now, she can't find a flower, but now she found there's a flower here. So we now have a queen, which actually is a whole colony, not just a queen, that is flying around looking for flowers and gathering all kinds of stuff. So that's a simple thing. However, you can also mix bees. You do a forest and a meadows, for example, you can get a common, or forest and meadows, you can get a common. These are all the common recipes, and most of them are simple. So we do forest and mystical. We have a 12% chance for a common princess, for a common queen. And no, we got a forest queen. So now we have to wait for this queen, who is also happy with the flower here. We have to wait for her to die, I'm afraid. When the queen dies, this will run down, and the queen, actually I might be able to speed it up just a little bit. When the queen dies, the hive will give you a new princess. Basically, that's how bees work, right? At some point, the workers decide that the queen has to die, and they breed new princesses that get different food. And then once it's done, you'll find a princess in here and a drone, or sometimes multiple drones. And very rarely, I'd say almost never, multiple princesses. And then you can try it again. Now, we do need meadows, and now I don't think it matters in this case, by the way, which one is the princess and which one is the drone. Start it up, and speed it up. And the queen has died, and we actually have a common drone, which is interesting because that's what I was looking for. So we got a common. That is nice. Now, the next thing we need is a cultivated. Cultivated being common and, for example, forest. Again, a 12% chance. Now, one of the problems with forestry bees is the chances are small and you can lose them. Say I put in a common drone here with a forest princess, right? And I'm not actually going to do it because I want to keep this one for now. To make it cultivated. Now, not only is there a 12% chance to get cultivated, but also once the cultivated princess goes in here and does the cycle, or the queen goes in here, does the cycle to get more drones, you have a chance that suddenly none of them are cultivated. You have a chance that suddenly you get common or forest back instead of cultivated, and you have to start again. That's annoying. Something else that's annoying is if you take, for example, these two nether bees, the queen will not be happy here. It's quite humid and it's cold. Yes, well, if you're used to nether, I'm sure that this is not your right climate. This is all rather a pain. Luckily, we have Gendustry. So, with the aid of Gendustry, make things a lot easier. And I'm gonna make 2 of their apiaries. Class. Again, I'm always out of class. 2 industrial apiaries. Rest of my stuff back. And these work much the same way as the one from forestry, except if I look at Gendustry upgrades, I can add upgrades. So it is always on. It's still too cold and too humid and no flowers. So look at this, we can say we can add a dry upgrade that reduces humidity by 1 or 2 steps. We can add heat. We can also add hell emulation that this one will probably like. So I can use upgrades to make the bees happy, and I can even make an upgrade that allows them to work indoors. Not sure which one it is, but these are quite easy to make, right? To upgrade frame is just some tin, redstone, and gold nuggets. Then I need sand and glass and bronze. I need netherrack and bronze and glass. So this is much simpler. I can instead of going to the biome for the bee, I can adjust the virtual biome where they are. Yeah. And I mean I can do much more, but yeah, this is one of the most important ones, the automation upgrade, which means once the cycle is finished, because this will still run the same cycle, you will get princesses and drones in here, and with the automation upgrade, the machine will automatically pick up a princess and drone and start a new cycle. So you can just walk away and let it run. You can also reduce lifespan, especially if you want drones and not so much the drops. You're gonna reduce the lifespan so they cycle faster. And so yeah, there's all kinds of useful upgrades. Later, of course, once you have your desired bees and you're really looking at their products, hey, production upgrade, there you go. But that still doesn't solve our breeding problem, and that's why we're going for the advanced mutatron and the mutagen production. And that's why I've gathered a lot of the stuff here. Recipes. So I need some genetics processors. I need a normal mutatron, which is also a genetic processor, sturdy casing, be resetable. We've made those. Mutagen tank, fairly simple. Another power module here, which is pistons in gold and bronze. Ton of bronze, as you can see. User, which is much of the same, plus a hopper. Bunch of micro crafting later. I have a mutatron, which we're immediately going to change into an advanced mutatron user, and I'm gonna make myself some laboratory tools. And we're gonna have a server restart. Good timings, good timings. Okay, let's first, let's the fluids right there and there. So the produce here, and a mutatron here. And some redstone so you can start producing. And this is where my Yeta wrench is useful. Fourth is going to be extract, always active. Fourth is going to be an insert. I shift click it and I can select one of the connections where I want to go and what I want to do with it. So now this one processes a block of redstone, mutagen, and redstone is actually the best way. Oh, yeah, so 200, well, 200 for a glowstone. I'm going to save my glowstone for something else. Now, this also needs some labware. And if I'm looking at the next princess I want, bee breeding, common and forest, meadows, modest, tropical, blah, blah. Let's grab a princess. I have common. I'm going for a forest because I have a ton of forest here. And if I put these in here, I can actually select. Yeah, if there's other bees that come from the same combination, I can select which one I want. And at the cost of mutagen, I can select make me a cultivated queen. And as soon as I reach 100, or sorry, yeah, 100 more, generate it. It's been working, so now it had 1800, it's working, and it's making a cultivated bee, hopefully. Yes, now there is a small chance that the bee doesn't survive, and then you get some, what is it called, DNA? Not a DNA, no, it's a different thing. Sure, but I think they can, genetic waste, I think that's what you get sometimes. And then you just start over. But now I have a cultivated queen. No chance, 12%, you know, it's there, which is great. So now I can move into all of the other ones. Still, I reach the queens that I want at a much faster rate. I still need to get my cultivated queen in here and let it run with an automation upgrade. Where is it? That we're gonna make after. And it still needs a flower. Okay, put in some flowers. There's no upgrade that says that they don't use flowers, so I did make a lifespan, two open skies and automation ones. I didn't have enough spider eyes to make another lifespan upgrade. So it should now be happy with the flowers, right? Right? Or do you want to be on the same level? Yeah, I think you may want to be on the same level. Okay. So this is where these cardboard boxes come in handy. Oh, not like this. Okay, let's break them. Shift clicked. So just right click, and now I can break that one and that one. Okay. Oh, that wasn't that wasn't my plan. Let's see, where's it going? And I think I may be placing it wrong. I'll leave it here for now. I'll fix that. Okay, so these go in the front. Hopefully, oh, now you'll be happy. Yes, you're happy, Ava. And these go here. Now, of course, I still need to configure those again. So this actually already ran a cycle, and I didn't get additional drones. I did get a honeycomb, and it's running again. And what is so? The next thing we want is Eldritch, which is cultivated plus mystical. And mystical we have, right? So, oh yeah, that's another thing here. There's different stocks of princesses, and I don't think it's in the drones. Oh, it is also. No, this is a princess. Why are princesses in here? And why is there a queen in here? Actually, let's do the queen in there. So, drones, we don't have a stock, you don't have a quality of drones. Princesses and queens have a quality, and I don't think it can show here. No, here everything is pristine. But pristine is really good, and that means they have good traits, and it also means that they don't decay much. No, ignoble is no, it's not so good. And not sure if there's another one or if this is it. So ideally, you're gonna breed with pristine. What did I get? Infernal. I don't want infernal right now. I wanted the mystical, and I want to have a pristine mystical for when I get my second drone. And it really helps if you can speed it up a bit. Ah, see, we have an extra drone. So now we go in here and we say, I want an Eldritch Queen. Go. Now I'm not quite sure what the Eldritch Queen needs. I'll see if it's happy. Yes, it is happy. Now, in the meantime, we can also make a portable analyzer. Which is a carpenter with water. And I think we should make a second carpenter. Guess this one has seed oil in it. There's something else I'd like to show you that I made. Conduit facades that are really nice. And a painting machine. Painting machine is really easy. Really, painting. Let me show you. The painting machine is just another chassis with some electrical steel gears and bits. And I'm gonna do 6 conduit facades painted like jacaranda wood planks. And what you can do is you place them on the conduits. Sorry, I have to get the right ones in my hand, and they will look like the block that you painted it with, which is really cool. And I'll need a few more. But this now has water, and this one still has seed oil. What was I gonna make again? That's right, we are making a portable analyzer. And that also means we need honey to power the portable analyzer. And honey we can get from centrifuging honey drops, which we get from centrifuging a comb. So let's get some of these cones, centrifuge them, and that's why we need the centrifuge into honey drops. We also get some beeswax, which can be used for candles, torches, wax cast, seal upgrade. Not sure if there's any. Oh yeah, scented paneling probably. Yeah, we may get into that. I don't know. So, portable analyzer quest. Meanwhile, how are you doing? You're not doing much at all. We didn't make a daytime upgrade. Upgrade. Where was it? There's an upgrade for it. Desert. Light upgrade. Is that the one? Oh, well, someone slept for us. You're happy again. You're not very fast, really. Yeah, I should have the lifespan upgrade in you. So maybe you go a bit faster. So, what you can do with any of these, let's see. Put in drops of honey, put in the princess, and it will tell you that this lifespan is long, the production is slow, pollination is slowest even, flowers, and the fertility is quite good. You get 2 drones. Territory is average and effect is none. Some of them will give you good or bad effects. If you go to the next step, we can check their climate and humidity tolerance and some other interesting features. So what you could do is you could go and try and find the bee that has the best production, pollination, fertility, etc., and lifespan for what you need, and use that for breeding. Or with Gendustry, you can try and extract the DNA from that and make your own custom bee with your ideal genetic properties. I use my spawner seeker. I think I got it from a quest at some point to find this room. It's part of a mine shaft with a spider spawner because I want more spider eyes. There was also a cave spider spawner over there. I don't care for them. Nope, the spiders are gone. Maybe there's one more. Anyway, I'm gonna get some of these spider eyes, and I think I'm gonna try, wrong key, to pick up the spawner and take it with me. Because that might be useful. I already looted the chest as well, for whatever. Oh yeah, cave spider. I don't want that. Thank you. Well, maybe I'll do. Yeah. Do I need ores? I don't think I need ores. Come on, why don't you spawn here? Also, overcurrency, that might be useful. I think I have a teleportation wand. This is very low grade. This is a very low grade. Mind? I'm talking! I picked up this one, which is better for the combustion generator 4 and generally 2.71. Okay, so both of these now have a lifespan upgrade. I also added a light upgrade, which means they'll continue working even right now when it's night, because somebody's doing astral sorcery. They want night. So the server is going to restart in a few minutes, which is a good time, so I can show you something else. I have been looking at what I need to make all the bees. And this is a diagram that I made in Photoshop today. Had boring conference calls. Why not keep yourself busy? So the withering B requires a spiteful demonic hate, which requires hateful and infernal, and fiendish, which is sinister, and hateful is eldritch, etc. Now you get the idea, right? Now, I'm going to be needing a lot of forest to make a lot of common, to make a lot of cultivated, and even more, and even more. And then I can make a lot of eldritches and charmed. It's so much. I need 48 forest. I have that. Not, no, I don't think I have that yet. So, and I'm probably going to go for the. Well, I can have forest with almost any other bee for common. And I have common with almost any other bee for cultivated, and cultivate almost any other bee for eldritch. Well, at least there's a number. I didn't want to make a whole list of them. That's why I said any. And then I make eldritches, a bunch of those. Let's see, I didn't actually write that down. But I do need 47 cultivated. I need like 10 charmed and 6 esoteric. And so, this is gonna take me quite a while, and I'm not gonna do all of that on camera. So, I'm also, I think I'm at a pretty good point here to wrap up the episode. And then in between, I'm gonna collect as much of these as I can, and if there's anything different from what I've already shown you, then I will show you again. I will show that in the next episode. So that's it. It's a bit of a weird ending, I understand, because I'm not on the server right now because the server is restarting. And I wanted to show you this diagram that took me most of the day. Well, let's say it took me about 5 hours to make this. And yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna save this. I like it. But there's one more thing, and there is the production upgrade that I mentioned actually requires a drop from another bee. So if I want to make that, then I may add another bee to my list. Okay, I thought it was too weird to end in Photoshop, so I'm on my test world just to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please click the like button and let me know. And if you have any feedback, questions, etc., if you want me to show you more bees, then seek help. No, I'm just kidding, but let me know. And yeah, then if you have any ideas about other mods, I think maybe next it will be Astral Sorcery, if I have enough resources for it, but we'll see. I'll probably do one more episode on at least some of the bees until I can get the actual materials that I was looking for. So, thank you very much for watching, and take care. Bye bye.